Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast for Monday, the 24th of May. It is not solely set for that date. If you're watching it on a different date, that's okay. There may still be a message in here for you. It is a broad spectrum reading for all signs. Please utilize it in the best way you know how. Check out the video description below. There's below the video on YouTube. It shows you things I want you to think about when you're using any of my videos, and also how to support the channel or contact me for private reading. So this is sort of building on yesterday's reading. So let's see what we've got going on today. Just trying to get into this. I'm running behind this. Sorry, guys. So we have the Judgment card associated with the sign of Scorpio, the end of the Fool's journey. When I look at this and I think of the word judgment, and then I think about the fact that yesterday we had that Queen of Swords card, her being about sort of honesty, integrity, clear-cut thinking, drawing of boundaries, making maybe, very precise or even sometimes hard decisions. With this Judgment card, or with this Judgment card, it's sort of like listening to the call of our higher selves or our spirit guides, our God, our higher calling, right? It's sort of the integration of all of the information and the learning that we've been through thus far, and then utilizing that information to sort of move ourselves forward in a way, right? So when I'm looking at this, I would say pay attention to the more subtle messages that you're getting, or they may not even be subtle. It could be signs coming from all over, signs from our own spirit, signs from our own God, whoever that may be, or however that may manifest in your life, signs from our guides. Pay attention to those signs. I think that they could be bringing us truth. They could be bringing us awareness or an intelligence. That would be more of that Queen of Swords information that we were seeing, that could be not only significant because this is major arcana, but could be kind of how do I want to say this, sort of I feel like sort of life-changing. I don't know why, I get kind of a big feeling from this Judgment card. So there could be realizations today that open up our perception, our way of seeing things, our way of relating to things, that gives us freedom, that gives us like almost maybe even a new lease or a new awareness that is hopefully, with this card, I'm feeling like it's coming from a higher perspective, right? So like a situation that may have confused us, bothered us, or that we've been struggling with, we could very well find some clarity around, or see the next step and be asked or required to make the move, the commitment, the shift towards taking whatever that next step may be, and doing so with a certain amount of faith within our movement or our choice or our decision. Does that make sense? Because the spirituality of this angel to me feels like, yes, there's a calling here. Yes, there's an intuition. Yes, there's a pull or a desire towards moving towards something better. But we have to have faith that we can do it, or that we're taking the right path. And that's sort of the decisiveness of that Queen of Swords that's underneath this, right? Scorpio is a sign of sex, death, and transformation. And so this would be the transformation aspect of Scorpio as far as I'm concerned, this Judgment card, where things become a little bit more clear, things become a little bit more obvious to us in what it is or where it is we need to move or head towards. There could be the beginning of the closing of chapters, because this card is followed by the World, which is the end of the Fool's journey. So this might require us or be calling us to sort of make changes and choices that put endings to things soon to come. That might be some of the reluctance and why we need the strength of the Queen of Swords to move forward, and the precision and the truth, the honesty, all of that. So keeping that in mind today, pay attention to what's being shown to you, either through others or through situations, through, synchronistic events. Pay attention to the sort of intuitive hits that you're getting, whether they're from your higher self or from your guides. I would pay attention to them. They should be bringing you clarity, and when using that intelligence with sort of the higher calling that this card represents, we should be able to make sort of assessments, judgments, choices that move us in directions that might have even seemed unexpected. Again, we also have these clouds. See how the angel's coming out of the clouds, which those clouds were sitting behind the Queen of Swords, where she had the clear sky above her, the clouds down below, like she was clearing away the clouds to hear the message. This is the message coming to us through, Archangel Gabriel blowing his horn. So here is your botanical oracle. It's sage and it's purify. Now, sage, we all know and love. Sage is a very purifying plant. It's used medicinally for a lot of different things, but also to sort of in ceremony by Native Americans to cleanse the air, aura, energy field, rooms, homes. I burn sage all of the time, Palo Santo and sage. And it is an amazing sort of healing plant, right? So this idea of purifying, there's a truth here that we're looking at, not only mentally with that Queen of Swords underneath this, but also spiritually with this Judgment card, and then with this purification of the Sage, right? There might be something that we need to really look at, sit with, decide upon, shift in a way. I do get the sense, like I said earlier, this Judgment card feels a little bit, it might feel a little scary, right? To put ourselves either out there or make this decision or shift course in a way, is almost the feeling that I'm getting. The Sage kind of, to me, speaks about like the idea of the purification, or is like it's sort of preparing ourselves for this shift, this change, this higher calling, this decision that may need to be made by us, for us, to move forward. Right? These are really strong sort of, and also I love that it's sage too, because sage, it being such a ceremonial plant that's used in that way. And it's the smoke that kind of cleanses the aura or the energy field. That smoke is sort of what takes it from being material into spiritual, right? Into immaterial, right? Through the smoke. And when we're looking at this, this is about sort of we're going into sort of this more spiritual, perspective with this Judgment card, although we're still holding on to that intelligence of the Queen of Swords underneath this. This could even be sage smoke all around this angel. So let's see what the grounding stone is for today. Okay, we're still on. Okay, I had a weird feeling because this was making it. So this angel card was making me think of this stone from last week, the theme stone for last week, and it just came up today, and it flashed in my head that this is part of that stone from last week, and the stone is back. It's the miracle stone. There's something going on, guys. There's something that we're working on. Some sort of shift, some sort of change. It's going to open us up. I feel like the Sage card is purifying us, like in preparation for something. The miracle here is ground in these miracles, ground in this calling, ground in this angel that's coming to us that could potentially bring us the message or help us to see the message better, to make the better decisions, or to have more clarity so that we can move forward in a way that should bring us to this greater knowledge. Remember, yesterday was also on the same colored stone, which is carnelian. And the word for this week is also knowledge. So if we're deepening our knowledge of our spiritual connection, the miracles that go on around us, the help that we have to assist us, the strength that we have, not only mentally, but also spiritually, to make the decisions we need to in our lives, then, honor those miracles by answering those calls. Don't allow them to just slip by or not pay attention to them. Does that make sense? And so It's funny that that stone shows up out of the bag because I had that feeling when I was talking about the judgment card today. I was thinking about that miracle stone. They're definitely connected from last week. So we're still working on something that's underneath all of this that maybe we don't even fully understand. That is your forecast. Please hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll see how this builds. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Just pay attention to the miracles, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.